service. The same thing with the police, the same thing with the Ministry of Education or Science or whatsoever you call it.
Youth. Now, if the Americans was built by youth, Nigeria was also built by youth.
Have no leader. As together, let me shock you. As youth that we are, if only youth had someone that would speak and we have one mind.
And that is why we do not come out to vote. When you vote in BP Nigeria, your vote counts. But when you vote in Nigeria's system, your vote is rigged. That is why we do not vote. Okay?
Hello? And then, you're also looking at the fact that if you had to change your car part,
Country and the countries you see all over the world were built by people. People built those countries. America, the countries you see.
Stuff like that. Yes, I
Hello, speaker. Please, actually, it is 18 seconds you have their time. But I want to say with the audience, with the popular reaction from the audience,
Yes.
I want to use my
Okay.
to give you more 5 minutes.
Now, tonight is your night. Talk to Nigerian people. You are the president of our country tonight. So speak your mind. Talk to Nigerian people. God bless you. So who is starting first? They say ladies first, after men. Do you agree? Okay, let's call evangelist Barbara. Odoh. The more you clap for her, the more she comes to the podium. You're going to come here, and marshal out your point. You're going to tell us why Nigerian youths are not lazy. Right, where's the mic? Where's the mic? Where's the mic for them? Please put your hands together. Their job. Enjoy yourself as much as possible. But set them up when we need to. God bless you. We're not attacking anybody. We're not saying their opinion is wrong or right. Hello? Okay? What we're saying is that please learn from what they're going to share with us tonight. Those things will be deep and they can rescue somebody. Please, no attack, no noise making. Let's enjoy them as much as possible. God bless you all. Okay.
good evening. I didn't see this coming. I didn't know I was going to be speaking first. But God has his ways of doing his things, and who am I? I'm Evangelist Princess Barbara Amaka Odoh. My Yoruba name is Oriyomi. During my political campaigns in Lagos, from the crowd when I was campaigning amongst my constituents, that's the prospects. Someone stood up and said, and christened me Ifemi, my love, our love, like our preferred or something like that. Is that it?
Yes.
One of the reasons why I opted to run for the Federal House of Representatives at the time in Surulere Constituency 2 on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, was that I thought that enough was not being done and that there was much more that we could do as a people. I said to Edward, this is not a debate. I just want to speak from my heart. I just want to share from my heart. And who knows, sometimes when we do transfer of knowledge, you never know. It depends on who is listening and who you're called on to. So I recall that one of my areas of argument had been that thank you. Good evening once again. So I said I saw that we lacked a people-oriented legislature. And what do I mean by that? What you and I have today as a legislative arm of the Nigerian government has affected quite a lot of persons and destinies. What do I mean? Today we're talking about the Nigerian youths. And I make to ask, what is your definition of youth? Since that is the center of, our focus today. And then they happen to find themselves in a space called Nigeria. Geographical space, I mean. So, the UN defines the youth as, between the ages of 14 and 25. And then the African Charter between, would that be 19 and 35 or 18 and 35? 18 and 35, great. And then within our youth policy, I think it's between, 18 and 20, 18 and what? And 25 also, okay, great. So one of the areas, I'm a humanist, okay? So I like to look at the human interest in all of, my views, because the common thing and the most important of all this is that there's something at the center. There's something that is the focus. There's something that is the interest, and that we're building all of our thoughts around. And that's the human person. And the human person happens to be very, very important to our Creator, because we were created in His image. And as a Christian, I have taken that very, very seriously. Regardless of my social status, I take that very seriously. So, who is the Nigerian youth? The person who is between age 18 and 25. Okay, so, no, that's not the Nigerian youth. Officially? No. Unfortunately. Oh, that's the Nigerian youth. Oh, okay. So 18 and 35 to 35. So we would ask, where would an 18-year-old, where is an 18-year-old expected to be? Having finished from primary school, kaza, and then you're 18. Where should the average 18-year-old be, or where is he or she expected to be, or doing? Pardon? Okay, doing what? Rounding up secondary school. Okay, great. Because the education system has been expanded. Great. So, we now begin to look. So we're expected to still be under the roof of our parents, yeah? Okay, great. Fine. So after tertiary institution, what happens? Hello? Well, that will be furthering to tertiary. Okay, fine. Okay, so we're expected that we know that being under your parent, there are certain responsibilities that are expected of your parents, right? So you're still answerable to your parents. Okay, so we now want to look, I want to look at it from this perspective again. Give it another 4 years, that will be 22. All things being equal, you're done with your university and all of that. 24. 18 plus 4, 22. So, supposing you failed JAMB like 4 times. You failed JAMB like 4 times. Okay, so you're rounding up in university. Okay, great. Okay, so at this point, a 27-year-old who's just rounding up from the university, who's expected to fully concentrate on his or her education. Am I right? So, okay, what do we expect of this person? What? Okay, to the system. So we'll now look at it, give or take, let's say 30. Okay, great. So 30 years old. Can I say a 30-year-old here? A 30-year-old, please. A 30-year-old? No, we're looking at on the average. No, I'm looking at somebody who has finished whatever, At least I'm trying to look at it from the perspective of somebody who is looking to be gainfully employed. Okay, so there's a 30-year-old there? She's below 30. Wow. Please, may I see your beautiful face? Wow. Are you trying to intimidate some of us here? Okay. So let's take it. You see, I tell you one thing. As a Christian, I do not take for granted God's, order. And that has just sparked up. I didn't plan what I was going to say. No, I do not plan to talk. I just asked the Holy Spirit to take the lead. And here we have some, my daughter just got married a month ago. Okay? She's 30. And I can tell you one thing. Because my argument to Dr. Edward Olutoke, he's my friend. I can call him anything I want. But for the benefit of, for the purposes of this, Dr. Edward Olutoke, we'll give that to him. I said to him, look, Edward, Nigerian youths are not lazy. Why do I say this? Look, even at my age, I still struggle with so many things. So many. And it will amaze you how much of struggle out there, even within the persons you have in this hall. Forget the makeup, forget the packaging. We're going through a lot. We are passing through a lot, and we cannot continue to live in denial. I raised 2 children. She's 30 in December by the grace of God, and a 25-year-old son. I raised them as a single mother, even though I got married in between, but they were never part of my raising my children. And that's a story for another day. But I can tell you from the perspective of an entrepreneur, you are kicked, you adapt. You're kicked again, you take it, because there's somewhere you're going. The mentality is die less. I cannot die. And it amazed me how much of who I am, to the glory of the Almighty, that my children have been able to do what? To tap from. My daughter, while she was in the university, started to run a restaurant around her school. And then I said to her, why are you doing this? You should concentrate. She said, look at who is talking. Tanemo Fijo. And then that got me thinking. You mean this was all I was doing and these children were busy observing? Now, look, what am I trying to say? Our president, it's not 10 minutes yet, sir. Our president, President Muhammadu Buhari, says that our youths, Nigerian youths, are lazy. I couldn't help but weep. It was a mixed feeling. I laughed, wept. I wept because, oh, our great Nigeria. And then when the father of the nation decides to look away from encouraging his children, to look away from the pain and pangs of what they are going through, how they have managed to stay strong in the face of all the challenges. All the challenges. Look, the case of Nigeria is like the road you can find in Ajegunle. Bumpy. Like that. It's bumpy. And you're thinking about so many things at the same time. You don't want to hurt your car because you only earn perhaps some PAL 3, 35,000 per annum. Hello? And then you're also looking at the fact that if you had to change your car part, it may not even last up to a month. And yet we have SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria. And then you have to keep buying your brake pads over and over and over again. Okay? These are working class. Then you look at the rate of unemployment. Bloomberg says as at March 2021, the rate of unemployment is 33.3%. March 2021. And of all of these, of all of the unemployment rate in Nigeria, the youths make up 64% of these. And then amongst all of this, most of this have gone to school. They have acquired degrees. Yes. And then this, in the face of this unemployment, this youth, look, my nails were made by a mill, for instance. You know our culture. A mill would rather not condescend culturally. There are certain things our men don't do. Don't we know that? We know that. But a mill made my nails. I'm certain that this guy must have looked at it, that in the face of all of this, no job, no this. Look, I can do something that, and then somebody comes to say that my Nigerian youths are lazy. Please, I don't know who knows about, what is it called? The computer village? Please, is there government presence there? I just want to ask a question, an honest question. Is there government intervention there? Those are semi-illiterates who went inside of them in that true, they represent the true essence and embodiment of the true Nigerians. Resilience. We look inside of us and begin to search. Search. Look, what else can I do in the face of this? I cannot do this. I cannot do that. Yes, we agree. We cannot have 100% total, great, clean people, yeah? But the Nigerian youths have proven that, look, given the right atmosphere, given a conducive, they would rather be gainfully employed. In the spirit of that, a lot of our children have died in the Mediterranean seas. In the Mediterranean seas, whilst trying to do what? In Europe. They were rejected here. Yet, over there, they become the cornerstones. The most sought after. Why can't we tell this part of our story? It's a question I want to leave with us tonight. If 75% strive, given what we are all going through, and we still try to make a difference and be ambassadors of this great country, because I know this country is great. All we need is the right mindset and people like us who still believe. Hello? Look. "30 seconds, sir. Look, I buy puff. Sometimes I'm going and I see young men, for instance. Let's say we're used to women doing certain things. You understand what I'm saying? Like they can fry puff, right? But have you seen young boys, even with their what they call dreadlocks, and you understand? And they put rings in it, with swag, proudly. They are doing whatsoever their hands can find to do to earn an honest living. And then the father of the nation, if we have a nation, says that my brothers and sisters are lazy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
service. The same thing with the police, the same thing with Ministry of Education or Science or whatsoever you call it.
Youth. Now, if the Americans was built by youth, Nigeria was also built by youth.
Have no leader. As together, let me shock you. As youth that we are, if only youth had someone that would speak and we have one mind,
And that is why we do not come out to vote. When you vote in BP Naija, your vote counts. But when you vote in Nigeria's system, your vote is rigged. That is why we do not vote. Okay?
Hello? And then, you're also looking at the fact that if you had to change your car part,
country and the countries you see all over the world were built by people. people do those countries. America, the countries you see.
Stuff like that. Yes, I
Hello,
agree.
hello, speaker. Please, actually, it is 18 seconds. You have
Okay.
their time, but I want to say with the audience, with the popular reaction from the audience,
Yes,
I want to use my
Okay.
to give you more 5 minutes.